Good morning, world.
Whoa, where's my mic?
Oh, no.
It's got a funny hinge on it.
Wait, Kristina, shut your iPad off.
Okay, oh well. Where?
I don't know. It's gone blank.
There.
Oh, good. Okay.
You feel better now?
I do. My OCD's
Yeah, it's not
going into the back seat for a few minutes.
It's not that anybody could hear it except the internal circuitry of the iPad itself.
I just feel like next time you start a song, it's going to start something in a weird place.
It is. It actually is. You're right.
Okay, that's all. That's
Yeah.
just...
You're supposed to be able to fast, or not fast forward, what is it? Fast backward it. What's the term? Rewind.
Fast backwards.
Rewind.
Oh my God, what is going on here?
It's faulty equipment. I need duct tape. Does anybody have duct tape?
We already needed masking tape this morning, and now we need duct tape. They should have a tape selection drawer in here.
Like I do at my studio.
I love tape.
I have like 6 colors. I have hot pink.
I have hot pink.
I have lime green. I have basic
we did have that.
I have electrician blue. I have masking tape.
What's the black kind that's a little bit fuzzy called? Is that gaffer's tape?
Gorilla tape?
No. Like there's a techie name for it.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's, yeah, because it doesn't leave sticky on the floor.
Right. Gaffer.
No, that's, oh.
It's like that.
Yeah,
Like that.
Julie knows.
Oh, do you have Julie's address? I have to send her a photograph she bought at my photo show like 100 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I do.
I'm a really bad business person and artist. And
No, you're not a bad artist, but you might be a bad business person.
Like, time just goes by, and I always think, I'll do that tomorrow. And tomorrow is just this abstract that doesn't, like, actually come ever.
Yeah. But you know you're going to get to it eventually.
Seems like right there, but, I should do things, like, in a timely manner.
Well, the person might not know that you actually have it in the back of your mind on the back of...
I do, like, all the time. On
your
it's
back
tomorrow's
shelf.
thing, and tomorrow is, like...
We have big shelving systems in the back of our brains that have our own particular kind of organization, you know?
Yeah, mine's just, like, hodgepodge thrown in there.
But it's like random access memory. It's like RAM. It knows where to go when it needs it. It doesn't need to...
It's only on one side,
struggle.
though, right? Is it the left side that does memory storage, or the right?
Oh, I can't remember.
Or do they both kind of have some memory storage? One really accesses like emotions, and another one is like muscle memory type of things. I can't remember.
You know how, but science,
which and what and how.
Science is always making these pronouncements. Like all of us think we have a left brain and a right brain, and someday they're going to debunk that.
I think they just have a little dent in between, like on your brain, and now we think that it's divided into 2 sides, but I don't think it is. I have to take off my boots because otherwise my feet are going to be all wet. Do your feet get wet when they're cold in boots?
Yeah. You mean, do they get cold when they're wet in boots?
No, my feet, when they're cold, get wet. And it's like they're sweaty, but they're not sweaty. It's like they get condensation on them when they're cold because my feet are colder than the air or something.
I think it's the other way, but you're just not noticing. I think they're getting wet, then they get cold, and then you think, oh, they're wet. So you think that the wetness came after the coldness, but it actually preceded it.
But sometimes it's when I'm just really cold.
Yes.
What's that noise?
That was my phone. Sorry. I have it off. It's off, but it vibrates.
That was a new sound that it made.
It was like, the sound of... That's what it sounds like when it's on vibrate sitting on a pad of paper.
Oh.
Kind of a cool sound, isn't it?
It was like a semi-truck on the interstate far away. We, as usual, forgot to say what we are and what the heck we're doing here.
Right. We did.
I mean, do we really need to say anymore?
I don't know.
A few people have actually stumbled... No one has stumbled onto this. You sought it out, right?
No, there's people driving in the car that might stumble onto it.
And be shocked and dismayed.
Yes.
You guys are listening to 11th Hour Radio with Kristina, Stykos, and Emily Howe on Royalton Community Radio, WFVRLP 96.5.
Great. And for those of you who don't know, we do this every Friday. It's hard to believe.
You know what? When it gets towards spring, this is going to be our 3rd year, Kristina. Right?
Yeah.
That's weird. It doesn't feel like that.
Because I don't feel the passage of time when I'm here at the studio. It always seems like the same time. Every time we come here, it's its own little world.
Wait, and we have never we've never, except for Christmas one time, we've never not done our show, have we?
Uh,
Oh, and except for that time that Fairpoint guy was crawling between our legs under the table. That was weird, and we had to leave. It was very
that's right.
awkward.
That was more like we were abandoning ship.
We really did.
Yeah, the ship was sinking for an hour or so we had to get in the lifeboat.
But see, I'm not good at math. I'm trying to calculate if we have been here 1 hour every week straight for 3 years, how many hours we have spent.
Somebody else has a calculator out there. They can do it.
I don't know. So
yeah, but it's a bit.
How many weeks in a year? 52 weeks in a year, right? Yeah, I don't know, but it's a bunch.
Okay. Tweet of the week.
Your tweet or someone else's tweet?
Someone else's tweet.
Okay, what?
It's actually a tweet that was on Facebook. How convoluted is that? You know, posting screenshots of tweets on Facebook.
We live in a really weird world, Kristina.
It's only going to get worse. Anyway, so the tweet of the week was, Bowie leaves us and then a ninth planet appears. I don't need to read your science article. I like that.
Oh my God. You know what? Remember how when we were having dinner the other night and Kendra saw aliens?
Yep.
And then right after that, everyone on Facebook and stuff was saying, you can view 7 planets tonight. Do you think she saw planets?
No, because no, that was like a big horizontal effect.
Oh.
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be a. I don't think all the planets that were shining would look like
aliens.
A UFO hovering and meeting another UFO and having a cup of coffee and then that, which is how she described it. Basically,
I know
there was some kind of interaction and it was orange. It was.
I'm mystified because I hate space and I don't want there to be aliens and I don't believe in aliens. But now, everyone I know has pretty much seen aliens or UFOs.
Well, what you mean?
So I'm having a really hard time insisting that there's no UFOs.
So around your house, you want a UFO-free zone?
Yes, please.
What would be bad that would happen about it?
I don't trust them.
What could they possibly do to you?
Well, everything that other people have claimed they've done to them does not sound very nice. What was that movie? What was that?
Nervous laughter.
What was that movie where the UFOs abducted that woman and her little chihuahua and they took her head off and they put it on the chihuahua and they put her head on the chihuahua's body? But like since they were aliens, they were managed to keep them alive and she was just like, I don't want to have a chihuahua body.
You know what?
And she couldn't get back.
That's actually a genre of film that I probably haven't explored yet.
What is it? Is it Mars Attacks, maybe?
I have no idea.
You would like this movie, Kristina. And they kill all the Martians in the end by playing like bluegrass music really loudly from old pickup trucks in the South, and the Martians hear it and their heads explode because it's just that bad.
All right. Well, I just wouldn't really worry about it too much.
There's another movie where if you throw water on the Martian, it dissolves. So, I mean, I've got a big bag of tricks if they come. I can play bluegrass music. I can throw water at them.
We could play a tape of Sarah Palin.
That's true. I think that would make them just hit us all with their little ray guns and just wipe us out and be like, you people can't handle this planet. We're making you leave now because you're clearly psychotic.
Yeah, just, you know.
I don't understand one word she says. Is she even speaking like...
I got some quotes here from her.
She's so grammatically incorrect that it sounds like another language.
You know, excuse me. You know what her real problem is that she does not have a grasp of sentence structure, or
punctuation.
Well, what I feel like is when she gets excited, her whole grasp of sentence structure just goes down the tubes. I think at home she probably talks in full sentences, but she's a slam poet. Listen to this, okay? And I quote:
"It's like a Sarah Palin haiku."
Listen to this. Okay. I mean. Here we go. Quote, how about the rest of us? Right-winging, bitter-clinging, proud clingers of our guns, our God, and our religion, and our Constitution.
Are you seriously quoting Sarah Palin on the radio right now?
Yes! Here's another one. And he who would negotiate deals kind of with the skills of a community organizer, maybe organizing a neighborhood tea, well, he deciding that, no, America would apologize as part of the deal, as the enemy sends a message to the rest of the world that they capture, and we kowtow and we apologize, and then we bend over and say, thank you, enemy. She said that. That's a full sentence to her.
Oh, my God. Mm-hmm. Does she breathe?
You know,
Maybe she has a breathing tube.
Well,
somewhere
personally,
else in her body.
I
Maybe
think
she's a Martian. I think she actually might.
No, she is a slam poet. She just doesn't know it. And I think you can mess with sentence structure as much as you want if you're a slam poet. But if you're a leader of the Western world, it's just not gonna. It's not gonna fly.
Well, she's not a leader of the Western world, thank God. And
well, she could be.
No, if she's the leader of the Western world, Kristina, we have like. We can't be here anymore.
A misleader.
Yeah,
misleader.
We should have leaders and
misleader,
misleaders.
Yeah, misleader of the Western world.
Anyway.
Well, I just wonder about the Europeans. Did you see that clip that was...
The British Parliament talking about Donald Trump? Yes, I did. Oh, they're hysterical.
Beautiful.
It was great.
Well, it's so honest. Why can they be so honest over there? Maybe they can't be about their own issues.
Because their whole shtick is actually like humor and sarcasm, and they even do it in the Parliament, which I think is kind of great.
Did you see how many women were in the Parliament?
Yeah, that was fabulous.
And really cool-looking people. Our Congress does not look like that.
No. I kind of can't tell a lot of them from the other. We just don't have a lot of variety in our humans.
Yeah, you bet.
We should. We're the melting pot.
You mean in the Congress? I mean, our
Congress is just old white dudes.
Yeah.
That all look exactly the same.
Pretty much. And the women look a little like old white dudes. A lot of them.
I think they maybe are old white dudes just
dressed up.
Wearing a skirt and pumps.
With girdles.
Right.
Because girdles help you have a certain kind of a
Are there still girdles?
shape.
Can you buy girdles?
Oh, absolutely. You wouldn't know, but yeah.
Why wouldn't I know?
You would never need a girdle.
Well, I go in stores. I don't see girdles.
I mean, first of all, nobody needs a girdle.
Word.
Could I just say nobody needs a girdle? Girdle. It's also a lumberjack term, girdle.
It's not.
Beavers use it.
Bugs do it to trees.
No, but beavers girdle trees.
So do ants and things.
What else girdles a tree? Mice.
They
apple trees.
Girdle our apple trees a little bit.
We know a lot about girdling as a verb.
You know what? The other night I was at dance class and I suddenly had this really upsetting conviction that I'd only shaved one of my armpits.
You had a sudden conviction?
I was like waving my arms around and dancing and shaking it the way that I do. And I was like, oh my God, I was rushing and I really remember shaving my left armpit, but I didn't shave my right armpit. And not that I care that anybody ever shaves their armpits.
Mostly women in your classes, right?
Right. I don't even care. I just don't like to look so unsymmetrical. And I'm like a gorilla, so I don't care if other people don't shave their armpits, but like if I didn't shave my armpits, you could like braid it and it's gross to me. Not to other people maybe, but I just don't. I wouldn't be able to put my arms down. Like it would just be gross and so much hair. So that's why I shave my armpits. I'm not saying anyone else has to, but I'm saying if I'm going to do it, I should commit and do both.
Hey, Emily.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so, yeah. Spelling challenge.
Oh, God. Let me get my pen. Hold on. I'm sitting in a really silly way today that I have to have my microphone tipped off the table at me. All right.
Okay. And
Hit me with your best
fast
shot.
because I don't want you to think about it too much. I want to see what your
When have I ever thought about anything?
Well, okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Countdown. 3, 2,
Oh, I thought that was the word.
Refrigerator.
Oh.
Tick, tick, tick. Done? Okay. What did you write? Write down.
Well, when you abbreviate it, you say fridge with a D. F-R-I-D-G.
You knew that?
But if you don't abbreviate, you go R-E-F-R-I-G-E-R-A-T-O-R.
I thought I was going to stump you on that, but obviously you're way ahead of me.
I'm feeling so smug right now.
I did want to point out the fact that it doesn't make any sense that when you spell it as fridge, it has a D. And when it's refrigerator, it doesn't.
The reason I know this is because I used to not be able to spell refrigerator. And I would just use fridge as the abbreviation. And then someone told me that and then I tried to slip it in as if it were like the whole word and it was wrong. And it was very confusing. It is.
Refrigerator. How about refrigerator? How would you spell that?
You don't. There's no refrigerator.
Apostrophe fridge. Orator.
Probably just the way we
Think
just
about
spelled
it.
it.
I think I should be a slam poet because I can't spell.
I can't. I usually misspell 90% of all the words that you give to me. I've been getting better lately, though, I think.
You've been really good, so I got to work a little harder and go a little deeper to find a spelling word.
It won't be hard, Kristina.
Stumper.
You just have to move into like the 4th grade spelling list instead of the 3rd grade, and I'll be staying stumped.
It's because I ran out of coffee this week. I saw it coming. I saw it like days ahead. I knew exactly which morning I wasn't going to have the coffee.
Could you just have tea, maybe?
I thought about that. I really thought seriously about it.
I don't drink coffee, so like I understand. It's this thing.
No, it's a habit.
It makes me this weird loner that no one understands.
Well,
they look at me like I have 7 heads.
A psychic told me once that it was because my dad used to make coffee, so I associate the smell of coffee brewing with my love for my father.
Yeah.
And so it brings back a feeling when I smell the smell of coffee. It's just, we're all just like mice in a treadmill.
Okay, I assume you're trying to make the analogy that we are test subjects in Mother Nature's lab.
Yeah, but I'd say just go with it. So I did.
Go with what? The non-coffee?
Go ahead and be the mouse in the treadmill. So I got in the car.
We don't really have much choice, do we?
Yeah, I got in the car. I had enough gas. I drove an hour. Well, I'm exaggerating. It was about 40 minutes up to Barrie to get coffee. It was Martin Luther King Day. It's how I celebrated.
There was no coffee down in town? You couldn't get coffee in town?
Oh, you can get Mountain Grove coffee.
What even is that?
I don't even know.
Is that like a ripoff on Green Mountain coffee?
It's the worst coffee that you could ever taste.
Mountain Grove.
Apologies to whoever makes that stuff.
We don't have groves around here. They have groves.
That's exactly.
They have groves in like Kentucky or something.
Anybody who would say Mountain Grove in Vermont doesn't know Vermont. You know what I'm saying?
We don't use the word grove.
No, we don't.
That's for like orange groves and things.
Exactly. So that's fake coffee, and you can get that down at the convenience store, the gas station. But I wanted the real stuff, so I drove the 40 minutes. But before I did put it on Facebook, and I asked people their opinion. Should I drive an hour to get some coffee? Is it worth, is it morally acceptable to do that?
So,
with climate change and everything.
We just read the other day, you know how everyone thinks that like airplanes save you gas? The airplane fuel...
No, they don't save you gas.
No, they don't. They're like more. Airplane fuel for every person in the airplane. It's not good. Thousands. It's thousands of gallons of jet fuel.
No, I am so all over hovercraft as the future.
What does that take
Personal
for fuel,
hovercraft.
Though?
Nothing. It's going to be nothing. There'll be solar-powered hovercraft like
sun.
inner tubes. It'll be like inner tube travel, except elevated. You don't need water.
Okay. Do you get like a protective suit in case you tumble off? Because I will tumble off.
No, it has seat belts.
Well,
or a harness.
Tip over.
A nice little harness with Velcro, maybe.
Are you in anything?
Why? I mean, in good weather.
Well, if you go fast, you won't be able to breathe, Kristina.
You might hit a bird.
Oh my God, you will. Or those June bugs that you whack when you stick your head.
What you wear?
If you stick your hand out the window of the car, and for a minute it feels good, and you can like do that thing with your hand where you dip it on the wind, and it's nice. And then all of a sudden, slam! Something stings you really hard because a bug has hit you, and it really hurts at that
bird
speed.
crap.
I haven't been hit with bird crap yet, but I've gotten quite a few bug splats on my hand.
Collisions.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Are you all right?
I'm okay now.
Okay. It's winter. We don't have to deal with that. We have to deal with other like terrible things like cats throwing up.
I don't have a cat. Ha ha ha.
Well, what would you do?
What would you do
if you heard? What would you do if you're just laying down on the couch and you're relaxing, and all of a sudden you hear that sound starting? It's like a motor revving up, or
about how long between the onslaught of the sound and the actual throw up is there?
It can be sometimes quite lengthy.
If you go and pick it up and try to move it, does it stop throwing up?
Well, sometimes that makes it worse. You have to kind of assess that, because if you go chase the cat, they might run into the next room and like throw up on the rug.
Right. I would just leave it.
I usually, wait. You know what I do? I tiptoe. I get up and I peek around and I see where it's throwing up and seeing if it's on the hardwood floor or if it's on the rug.
Why do cats throw up so much? Why? Like, are they like, you know how babies burp up constantly? Are cats like that? Because they see 'em, everyone who has cats talks about how much the cats throw up. Why do we have these creatures that just throw up all over us?
Yeah, and why do they even eat? Because they throw up and then you can see that they haven't even chewed their food. So what's the point?
Yeah, cats.
I think
Jeez.
cats have a lot of issues.
You really do.
And I have issues with cats who have issues. So anyway, oh well.
That's why you have so many of them.
Sorry, that must be like the 600th time this year that I've brought that up on the show.
No, I don't
but
think so.
But I put a new twist on it every time.
How many times can you revamp cat vomit? Quite a few. Quite a few.
Yeah, you have to make it fresh.
You, Kristina, you. My favorite story is when your cat throws up over the balcony so it can go down all 3 stories of your house. That's like the best, funniest thing ever.
It's always the same cat. Noodle.
Gross.
I'm going to change her name.
Don't feed her noodles.
Yeah.
Kristina was really excited this morning because someone put a new pull string on the bathroom lamp here in the radio station.
No, they didn't actually put a new pull string.
Oh, they fixed the old one?
No, they added a string to it to lengthen it. So it's still this little stubby.
You had to like grab it with the tips of your fingers. It was very...
Yeah, so now there's a string.
Well, thanks to whoever did
cool.
that.
Yeah, thanks for
fantastic.
that improvement here at the station.
Peeing in the dark is doable, but not...
Yeah, that's what I was wondering,
advisable.
is if I shut the door, it's going to be a little dark in here. It's scary. There might be UFOs in there.
Oh my God. Well, you can maybe throw water on them in there. That would be okay.
Yeah, probably. Guess what?
It might be time for some music.
Yeah, what do I have? Let's see. Oh, I got Patrick Ross.
Oh, good. We were going to announce that he has a ton of events coming up, so you guys need to go to patrickrossmusic.com. Is that right?
Yeah, don't do patrickross.com. You'll get some real estate guy or some insurance guy.
Really?
You got to put the music on there. patrickrossmusic.com. Yeah, I've done it a number of times.
Huh.
So, yeah, I've got a track that he did with Matt Flinner's trio. And let's see if I can get it on started.
Make the magic happen, Kristina.
We'd like to invite Patrick Ross up to play a few tunes with us. How about a hand for the fiddle player here? We're going to play a fiddle tune. This is a northern fiddle tune called St. Anne's Reel. Is that right?
Yeah, one of the first fiddle tunes my dad taught me when I was a kid.
So you should know it pretty well.
One would think so. Played it many times. I teach it to all my students.
Pick it up. One more.
Was that? Was that the end of the song?
Sorry, there was a little more tagged on the end there, but I wasn't sure what it was.
It was clapping.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the clapping went on for a while, probably. Those guys are so good.
That train today is wicked late. Here it comes now.
Last week it came late, too.
Oh, I wasn't here. How was last week? I haven't listened to the podcast yet with
Jim.
Jim.
The whole show had to stop because the train went by.
Whoa. Was Jim really excited about the train? The way
No, not at all. No, he just sat there like a lump.
Oh, my God.
No, he had the flu.
Oh.
Yeah. No, he was great. I had fun with him.
I have to listen to the podcast. I haven't had a minute to do anything lately.
Yeah, it was cool. He's cool. He'll be on again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Definitely.
Kristina was laughing hysterically a minute ago because I had to go to my parents' house before here. And I said, I gotta go. I gotta get to the radio show. And my mom was like, oh, why can't you guys just play music?
I love that. Oh, God.
Mom.
Love that supportive kind of family energy. Yeah, love what you do, honey. Could you just stop it? Yeah, love it. So I want to ask you what you think about wireless internet penetrating your body.
Ooh.
Did you think about that since now you just changed your internet provider? And here's the scenario. Okay, you've got the router over here that's going to send that wireless signal over to the computer over there.
I try to just not sit with my back to it, then it can't go through me.
Well, if you're in the middle of the two, what do you think is happening?
I doubt it goes around. It must go through me, right?
I can't see how else it would go.
Well, I don't have like an office desk right now, so I often sit with my laptop on my lap where maybe it's supposed to sit because that's what it's called. Or I lay back in bed and I balance it on my chest or my tummy and kind of like
I do that
stroll
too,
through things.
yeah.
So I'm wondering if I'm radiating myself maybe.
Yeah, I wonder about that because in the studio, I can't get away. I'm right in the line of fire and it just makes me a little queasy. It's like Teflon. You got to worry about Teflon now, people. Really bad.
I told my sisters when we were little that the remote controls from like, televisions and stuff would send like a invisible laser beam through your body if you got in the way. So whenever I wanted to threaten them, I would like aim it at them.
You'd aim, that was your weapon to keep them under control. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good.
But we never stood near microwaves because I think that does do something bad to you.
I've never had
old
one.
microwaves. Like you,
yeah.
My
They
grandmother
scare
has a
me
microwave
still.
that's like as big as this table. You could like cook a person in it.
Yeah, if I ever have to start a microwave, because I don't really know how to use them, but if I have to, I kind of go up to it very gingerly and press the thing and then run away.
Yeah, I do run away as well.
Yeah. So we're probably more healthy because of it. Because
That's right.
Our cautiousness.
We run from. I need a bumper sticker. Like
I run
run
from microwaves. Yeah, it's probably all the same stuff. Internet.
Hey, what was all that hype a few years ago about red dye number 40? Wasn't it poison?
Oh, they all are, those red dyes.
I just ate one of those little candies that look like
M&Ms
the package
are
looks like a
bad.
strawberry, and
Ew.
I just kind of randomly looked at the label and it said red dye number 40. I thought that was done and gone and goodbye.
Yeah, and cut back on the M&Ms too.
I don't eat M&Ms. What are you talking about?
Snickers?
No. Kendra was wrong about the Snickers. It was Milky Way, and that was a long time ago that I used to eat those for lunch.
Actually, when she said Snickers, that kind of made my mouth water. The peanuts and the chocolate and
salty
the caramel.
and sweet together is nice.
Yeah. So maybe
but
once in a while.
kudos to whoever started making salted caramel stuff, because that's kind of good.
It is good. Yeah. I thought you'd want to know that I bought my first shoehorn.
Why didn't you just ask me? We have like dozens I could have lent you on.
What? You have dozens?
I live in Hoarderland. Of course I have dozens. My God.
I should have asked you because there I was at Bois
We
Vert.
have the long kind that you don't have to bend over to use.
Oh, I don't believe it. Those cost about $15 up at Bois Vert. And I wanted one so bad. I looked at it, but then the cheapy one, there were two cheapy ones. And I got one of the cheapy ones. I got a plastic, which I hate, more plastic objects.
Our long one is plastic. It's like a red plastic.
Oh, well, you can get a metal one for $15 if
bet
you
it's
want
cold.
it. Yeah, but it would do the job for a boot.
Okay.
Anyway, so I got.
Those things aren't called boot jacks, Kristina.
I didn't say boot jack. I
What'd
said
you say?
shoehorn.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I am hearing
Yeah, no, you
things.
don't care.
There's aliens talking to me over here.
All right.
I do care. But you only need it for your left foot, right?
Yeah.
Is your left foot bigger, or do you think the left boot
My
is
whole
just...
left side is bigger.
No, it's not.
This is bigger.
Yeah, I've noticed
Don't
that
say
your
it
eye
on the
is
air.
like enormous. Everybody has that issue. With
Really?
the this that I can't say on air. Yeah.
Do they?
If there is a woman out there that is symmetrical in that area, then I will show you a woman who's...
Then why do you care about your
not
armpit
made
hair
of-
being unsymmetrical if basically everybody is not...
Well, that was sort of man-made unsymmetry.
Okay.
Woman-made unsymmetry.
All right. All right.
Well, that's normal. It's not that off, though. Do you have to wear, like, two totally different...
Well, a custom shop might allow you to have different sizes, just like, well, I was going to say just like shoes. No, it's not right. You can't do that with shoes. You can't get a 9.5 and a 9.
You might be able to.
I got that by mistake once.
I've done that at a consignment shop almost that had a big pile of used shoes, and there were several of the same shoe that were close in size.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good for you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Anyway.
so I came up with this new theory about, I call it living in emotional parallel.
With what?
Well, it's a strategy for staying in a relationship that doesn't really allow you to express yourself emotionally. So you just kind of live in emotional parallel with each other.
Well, that's probably like most everybody, though.
Well, yes, except those few relationships where people actually, there's enough trust that they can go a little deeper and have a more growing, changing, evolving,
This is not a blank stare that I'm giving you. It's just,
You're just contemplating your own life
I'm
and how that
letting
might
your words
fit in.
wash over me.
Yeah, because I think it's if you can get 2/3 of the way with your partner so that you've got sort of some kind of physical harmony going on, and I mean the chores and the keeping the household together and that type of thing when I say physical. And then the mentally, that you can have good conversations, you can help each other out thinking things through. Okay, that's 2/3. But that last third, that's the tricky third. So I think a lot of people choose to just go in parallel on the third one instead of...
Probably comfortable enough, maybe.
Yeah.
If you don't dip into the other person's psyche all the time.
Right.
I don't know.
Well...
well, if you were just going parallel, you'd never squabble, right? No, I guess there's other things to squabble about.
Well, it can also include a strategy for never squabbling, because if you just don't take anything, if you feel yourself having some kind of an adverse emotional reaction, and you can just kind of back out of it and you say, no, we're not trying to resolve stuff. We're just trying to live in parallel. So I don't need to say that.
Wait, are you advocating for this parallelism?
I don't know. I'm just recognizing that I've done it myself in life at times, and I'm not sure that I think it's a model for survival, and it might be good enough, but I'm not completely convinced.
I agree.
Okay, so we'll just leave that hanging,
Okay.
like a hanging Chad,
What's a hanging
since it's an
chad?
election year.
What does that mean?
Oh, I don't know. It has something to do with voting. Years,
What?
voting problems. Remember the voting? Were you too young?
No, what? I'm not too young. Oh my god, I'm a million.
It was something with ballots.
I've actually lived through an election year. Yes. A couple, actually.
Yeah, you remember when Obama first got elected? How old were
Yeah.
you? Were you out of diapers?
Yes. Oh my god. I was born in Jimmy Carter time.
Oh,
He was cool.
yeah. I was campaigning
He's
against
still-
him.
But he's still kind of cool. I mean, think of him now over the years. He's kind of a cool dude.
I totally think he's cool, but at the time I was
Yeah.
campaigning for Morris Udall against him.
fine.
So what do you know? I thought he was just some southern nitwit, but I was wrong. I admit it. I was.
You see the big bump is back in
Where-
Tunbridge on 110?
Oh no, I didn't
Fine.
notice it.
Well, you would
know
notice
why?
it today because
Yeah,
you're going south. On
exactly.
the way home, you're going to have to
I'm
swerve
gonna
around it.
Thank you for warning me, but of course I won't remember till I hit it, and then I'll go, oh.
That
my-
you have to remember, Kristina. It's a sign of a flatlander if you don't swerve around
As
that
my
bump.
head hits the ceiling. Well, yeah, but the first time of the season,
Right, you don't know when it's going to pop up.
yeah, you can sometimes see it visually if you're looking for it. It's a fairly sizable
It is
frost
it's
heave.
weird family entertainment to be driving in the car and see the car in front of you, not know better and not swerve.
Yeah,
You know that they're not from here,
suspenseful.
and then you see their chassis slam and
Yeah, but you could be
you sort of chortle.
a local and be distracted and not
Yes.
remember it every
Well,
time.
if there's a car coming in the southbound lane toward you, you can't swerve. You just have to slow down a lot.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's so true. It's true.
we haven't got any lambs yet. They're going to come any minute, though.
Great, so we can have lambs at our dinner party next
We
time we
can.
get together to do some.
We can. We really need to not have lambs this time of the year. We're really bad with family planning.
You mean
So
you
they-
got too much to do? That this is.
No, you're supposed to separate the rams from the ewes when the weather starts to get cold, because the ewes go into heat when the weather starts to get cold. And lately, in the last couple of years, we've just had funky weather that like kind of slams cold for a few days and then goes back to being summery. Like, so our rams and ewes were together when we thought it was okay, but it was just enough of a cold snap that they did go into heat. And this has happened 2 years in a row. So now they end up having their lambs in January instead of like when we make the lambs
that's
happen
not so
in,
good, is
in
it?
March and April. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a little nerve
And
wracking.
then it's just too cold and sad.
Yeah.
And then they have to come in the house. And that's, you think it's bad having cats throw up in your house. Little lamb.
But you put diapers on your lambs.
I do, but sometimes they leak.
Okay, I can see that. I know you haven't.
Diapers have some gross stuff in them. Like,
Wait a
you
minute.
cut
Wait a
the
minute.
what?
Wait.
I mean already, even when they're out of the package. I'm not
Okay.
talking about dirty diapers.
I just remember where we went the other night at dinner. We had to kind of back out of that so that we
what
could
were talking
continue
about?
eating.
Can't remember.
It was something. Oh, birth.
Oh.
We got into a very graphic discussion
right.
of birth during dinner, which I don't know. I kept going back and forth. I kept thinking, yeah,
Well, didn't we
it's
have to
okay.
stop because
We can
John was
talk
going to
about this.
faint? Or was that a different thing? When
I didn't
Kendra was
notice-
talking about episiotomies and John was just like, oh, if I was standing up right now, I'd fall over.
Really? I missed
Yeah.
that. It must be on tape, though, because we were taping
It
that
was-
conversation.
No. It was like only one of you was there, but you came first, right? It was maybe right after you left. She was talking about it again, maybe.
Maybe it was a dream you had.
Now.
Maybe it was when the aliens abducted you that
Oh my God.
you had a whole alternate parallel universe occur.
I haven't seen any aliens yet. Everyone I know has seen them, and I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, you probably won't. If you haven't by now,
Good. I don't want to. I'm not saying
you
I
have
want to see them.
You
I
have
don't
to
want
have
to see
vision. You have to have alien vision to see them.
Good.
It's not everybody has that. It's just like some people can see ghosts and other people can't.
No,
That's
I
that.
can't see
You
them
can't
either. I don't want to see them.
You can't become the other kind of person. You either are or you aren't. So I
Okay.
think you're okay.
Good.
You're not gonna see them.
They don't. They know.
They're
going
gonna
to
be
mess
all.
with me.
They're all around, but you're not gonna see them. So don't worry.
Great.
And okay, it's time for another track of music, and this one is a very cool avant-garde. Well, I don't know. It's not really avant-garde. It echoes things from the way back as well as things of the way future. So this is Jay Stevens, a track that he sent me that has, I believe, Davy Davis on it.
Cool.
You can always count on hearing something different here on 11th Hour Radio. This is called Woods.
No, it's called Total Silence.
You know what it was? Is this little button wasn't pushed.
Oh.
I'm going to push it again, and now I got to back this frickin' thing up.
No, but your slider's down and our slider's up. Are up.
Just relax.
I'm trying.
Here we go. There's still no sound.
Nothing.
I love this. I love this game that we play with buttons. All right, now there's got to be sound on this one. Going to try it again.
Okay.
No, there isn't, is there? Okay.
Well, it is really quiet in the woods, Kristina.
You know what it is?
What?
I'm pushing the wrong button.
Oh, for cripe's sake.
Yeah, I know. It's device number 2. It's not CD2. Here we go.
CDs.
Here we go.
Who needs them?
Anybody needs lessons in recording engineering, come to me, because I've obviously got a real...
Well, I always have lots to say. Meanwhile, I sit over here with my hands in my pockets and I try not to touch any of those buttons.
Entering the woods sounds so simple. But I don't want simple. Not with you. Expresses on a balcony. The Mont Royal in Montreal. The bathrobe soft and thick as thieves, and twice as complimentary. That would be simple, but not for us. Why go where the land has been improved? Where we're told what grass to stay off. The roads laid out by planners with PhDs in pleasing most of the people, most of the time. That would be normal, but not for us. Where is the pleasure of watching the muscles work in your back and legs as we follow a track that climbs up and up through forest that distills shadow from what used to be light. Some try this solo. For them it is all ego, but you almost never reach the top alone, and it is dangerous either way. You can slip badly here. The rain floods down, cutting deep ruts. The path is boulder strewn. This is not like climbing Everest. Here there is too much oxygen, too much life, too much hunger, which is why entering the woods seems simple, and for the first mile or two it is. But this track was made by the animals. Their instincts will become our map, however much we try to resist that. Here heart is more powerful than mind. You can't think your way to the end of this. It is possible long stretches will pass without conversation, just our bodies moving in rhythm. the glow from your skin, conveying the most important information. You carry magnetic north, and I follow, a needle on a thread, unrolling from a spool that might never stop unraveling. They say there's a mirror at the top, a pool so absolute, everything it reflects upon disappears. The water so arctic, it feels like its opposite, which is how the sun must feel, like a freezing cold furnace. We'll camp there tonight. We have wood enough, clever us, and air and water, and the metal of each other. And we'll cook over a slow fire, the alchemists call the path of cinnabar, the green lion and the red. It sounds so simple. It never is. And you'll dive under and torpedo toward me. Not naked flesh, but transparent and silver.
There is right.
That was so cool. You know, I shouldn't have said Davey plays on that. I have no idea who played on that. But the next time I play it on the air, I'll try to have that information. So, but being a slacker DJ, it's just, to me, it's more important just to play the music. Who cares who's on it?
Well, what if people want to hear it again and they need to say, hey, Davey, can I have that album of yours? And he's like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Well, then they can come harass me.
All right.
Because if anybody really wants to know something, I'll find out for them. Anything.
That's very
anything.
nice of you.
I'll do my best.
Hey, are your brakes going? Because my brakes are going, and I figure our cars seem to be kind of in sync. Like, you know how women who hang around together get their periods at the same time? Like, whenever my door gets stuck, your door gets stuck.
It's true. It's true.
So I just wanted to give you the heads up that my
Thank you.
front brakes are going, so
Thank
probably
you.
yours are next.
Yeah, it could be. You know, I got the brakes on the truck fixed recently, but...
Not a lot of plowing you probably have had to been doing.
Not a lot. No, I was out last week, but it wasn't as fun as last year. It's way more fun.
Snow.
Yeah, pushing around a lot of snow is way more fun than your blade kind of bouncing and scraping on an icy underlayer. I didn't like that. I felt like I was going to break the plow. And of course, I've got that issue with the hydraulics, which has not resolved itself. I'm just trying to ignore it, be in denial.
I think that's a
I
good
like
strategy.
denial. To be in denial? Sometimes you just...
No, you ignore. I do this very often.
This, you know, maybe someone will come along who goes, oh, yeah, I know how to fix that, or I can wiggle this cord. Because, well, what I say is that I was going to wait until it got warm, above 32 degrees, so that I could wiggle the wire and see if it was just a wiring issue. But it hasn't been that warm. I don't think it's been, you know, for a week or so. Has it gone over 32?
I don't know. This wind is killing me, though. It's just killing me. Just stop, wind.
Yeah.
The only good thing about the wind is it blew all those nasty little genitalia sacs off of the tree outside this window that I don't like to look at.
Yeah, you got lucky on that.
I know. There's a few still hanging there, but they've become so shriveled they don't look like what they used to look like, which is great.
Yeah, time marches on, and things that once seemed hideous pale in their strength and their ability to affect your life.
Hey, how come when you tweeze an eyebrow hair out, it makes you sneeze? Because,
It doesn't work that way for me.
well, have you ever tweezed eyebrow hair out?
Many years ago, I did.
It did make you sneeze?
Just one?
No, I don't know. Like, if you pluck an eyebrow hair, I sneeze sometimes.
No, that's all about you, honey.
I found a big old white one in my eyebrow the other day.
Maybe if you did it more, you'd get used to it.
I used to pluck my eyebrows into oblivion in high school.
You did? I never did. I didn't
They
do
were
anything like that till I
hideous.
was 27.
27? That's the magic number.
Yeah. Well, because then I was so broke, I was going to do modeling.
Oh.
But I told you
You
this. I had a modeling fail.
How?
Completely.
Why?
Because I just couldn't do it. I couldn't walk down a runway with high heels on. I could not do it. And I
This
could.
is a whole cool thing that I am envisioning here in my head.
Well, they taught me how to put makeup on, sort of.
Do you know how? Because I don't know how. You should teach me.
I just sort of know vaguely.
You're the only pretty much girl that I hang out with, and you don't even know how to tell me how to put makeup on?
Well, I could.
Do you know how to braid? Do you know how to French braid hair?
No.
Oh my God.
I have friends that do.
Oh.
Yeah, your hair would be good for that, actually. Is it 11 o'clock yet? We got 7 minutes. Okay.
Kristina, we start at 11 o'clock.
Oh, right. I meant 12 o'clock. Sorry. My brain is like working backwards.
It's all right. I'm still
Yeah.
picturing you on a catwalk, and it's very... I can totally weirdly see it because you're gorgeous, but I've never seen you even put on a feminine garment, so I'm also unable to picture this.
Yeah, it's really just it's kind of a protest statement not to wear feminine garb at this point. It's not that I don't like it. It just doesn't fly for me in today's world.
Some of it's very uncomfortable. Like, when your pants actually hurt you, you shouldn't probably wear them anymore.
Yeah, that's
Women's
not...
pants are really painful. Well, they kind of are on me anyway.
Okay, I wasn't really considering that feminine garb. I was thinking more flowy.
I just mean the way things are cut. Women's,
Yeah.
like, skinny jeans are painful, and anybody who thinks that they're comfortable is crazy, because they're not. They hurt you.
No, I agree. I think
Or whatever the fashion trend right now is. It's usually something that's not
I think we're getting
comfortable.
over that. Honestly, I think we're getting over all that.
Well, skinny jeans never should have even happened.
But
They're not flattering to anyone except for, like, 8-year-olds.
Well, I still think there's not the right kind of pants have not been created yet for women. They should be more like men's pants.
Right. They should.
Maybe they should just all be the same kind of pants.
Well, we aren't really shaped exactly like men, though.
But in terms of how comfortable pants are,
Men's pants look like they fit them nicely. How come
Yeah.
our pants don't look like they fit us nicely? I think we come in more different shapes than men do, maybe. Is that a thing, do you think?
no, I don't think that would be right. I don't think so.
I don't know. Because we have more than one area for curves on our body, I feel like it's easier that we have more variations on our body types than men do.
Yeah, there's not that much variation in that area for a guy
Right.
down here. I mean, it's
Yeah.
negligible, really.
That's what I think. Anyhow, whatever.
It's
Clothes.
just exhausting thinking about clothes. That's why I try to wear the same thing every day. I do. I want a uniform.
too.
I want my own uniform. Like the jeans and black t-shirt kind of thing would fit me perfectly. Except I
Works.
don't have the perfect... I don't really look good in t-shirts. That's my problem. But-
See, there's no such thing as you don't look good in t-shirts.
Oh, yeah, there
T-shirts
is.
like that everybody wears them. do you think?
No, I'm from a
I've
different...
seen you wear t-shirts.
I'm
It's
from
fine.
a different time zone in the universe.
No.
The non-t-shirt time zone.
What's your problem with t-shirts?
That kind of clingy fabric is just not my fabric. I'm more of a rayon kind of person.
Rayon is clingy-ish.
No, it flows and it hangs. It's heavy. You wash it.
I don't think you want
it's
rayon,
Heavy. I
like,
want something
touching your
substantial for
skin.
clothes. I want something that says I'm a clothing.
So not see-through is what you're saying.
It's just not something that's just sort of trying to vaguely cover you up, but basically
You want like heavy-duty armor. I am clothing made of metal.
I don't know. I'm gonna have
If
to
anybody
work on
has
that.
clothing that says it's clothing,
No, how about
Kristina
like
needs-
leather?
you're gonna
I
wear a
have a
leather
few-
T-shirt. That sounds super
I like
practical.
I like a fringe. I want to dress like
Oh my god!
with
I think
leather,
you belong
like
to
a
just a different
cowgirl.
culture. That
I do. I just want to wear skins. I want to
all
wear
right there.
skins.
You could
or
move to
beads.
Antarctica.
Be an Inuit.
Yeah,
No, not.
No, they're-
You mean Arctic? The
Arctic.
Arctic, not
Arctic
Antarctica.
Circle. Nobody
Yeah.
can live in Antarctica. I just saw that their record low was 128 below zero.
Well, scientists can live there.
No, they can't
Yeah.
even.
Yeah, they
unless
do.
they're in a little bubble.
Right,
thing.
but they do live there.
Well, right, but they don't go outside.
Yes, they do sometimes.
they
for
go
short
out in a little
periods. It's like
transport
spacewalking for
Yeah.
them.
Nobody can go out at 128 below zero.
They do.
You would no. You would like your brain would be freeze dried like the second you went outside. Be like dehydrated banana chips immediately.
All right. And on that happy note, please everyone try to stay warm so that your brain does not become freeze-dried banana chips,
That's right.
because it's similar to the Antarctic here in Vermont these days. And we're coming to the end of our illustrious 11th hour radio
Blissful
show.
end where everyone
Streaming to you from, what were you going to say?
nothing.
Oh, okay.
I'm not ever gonna say anything of any substance. Don't worry.
All right. Well, you've been listening to 11th Hour Radio on Royalton Community Radio, WFVR, in the White River Valley. And
96.5.
that's right, with Emily Howe and Kristina Stykos. And what time is it?
I don't know. The computer went off.
DJs aren't supposed to say what time is it. They're just supposed to know. Well, I think it's time to leave, so we're going to cue up
You
some
don't
music.
know this.
Yeah.
Rub that mouse thing over there
Rub that mouse thing. What are you talking about?
to see the time. We'll come back. Or let's just go.
We're just going to go.
Okay.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Gotta burn, wanna shoot. Baby gotta burn, honey gotta bird will sing. Baby gotta burn, honey gotta bird will sing. Without Karina, sure don't mean a natural thing. I learned to love you, baby. Honey, for I called your name. Baby, for honey, for I called your name. Wouldn't change your love for money. Honey, you're my woman, baby, you're my woman, baby. Mercy, baby. Baby, I'm my hard luck, mama, I'm my hard luck soul. Hey, I'm my hard luck, baby, I'm my hard luck soul. Got a rainbow on my shoulder, shine like silver, baby, look like Klondike cool. Well, I love you, darling. Baby, tell the world, honey, tell the world I do. Baby, tell the world, honey, tell the world I do. Ain't no man to make uncounted loves you the way, loves you the way that I do. Got a bird, wanna whistle. Baby got a bird, honey got a bird will sing. Baby got a bird, honey got a bird will sing. Without Karina, shut on me the natural thing. Without Karina,